Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're taking what looks like a totally basic restaurant ordering dialogue and turning it into an absolute masterclass for hospitality staff. Have you ever wondered what actually separates a clumsy, awkward restaurant interaction from a completely seamless dining experience? Well, it all comes down to controlling the conversation. We're going to break down a textbook interaction between a waiter and two guests, Mr. Ahmed and Ms. Heba, to reveal the hidden architecture behind perfect table service. Here's our roadmap for today. We'll cover the perfect table greeting, navigating the drink menu, pitching the dessert options, do a quick staff menu knowledge quiz, and finally, setting table expectations. Okay, before we even look at the exact words exchanged, I really want you to notice the waiter's blueprint. It's a rock-solid, systematic, three-step flow to ensure absolutely nothing gets missed. A true professional doesn't just ask, "What do you want?" and hope for the best, right? They secure the dinner order first, purposefully transition to drinks, and then proactively pitch those desserts. Following this roadmap keeps you in total control of the pacing. Let's kick things off with Section 1, the perfect table greeting and establishing the main course. Look at this perfectly polite opening question. What would you like for dinner, sir? It's direct, it's respectful, and it immediately focuses the table on the dinner menu. There's literally no ambiguity here. The waiter takes charge of the dialogue right out of the gate, setting a clear boundary for exactly what part of the menu they're discussing. Now, as you take the orders, you've got to mentally track the distinct choices. Mr. Ahmed is going with the chicken and rice, while Miss Heba wants the chicken cheese pizza. Notice how the waiter successfully pivots from Mr. Ahmed to Miss Heba to keep that momentum going. Both guests have distinctly different flavor profiles, one traditional, one a bit more casual, but the server has successfully locked in the primary revenue driver for the table. Moving right along to Section 2, navigating the drink menu and upselling beverages. Now here is the real genius of this interaction. The waiter asks, "Would you like some soft drink or a juice?" Notice what they didn't say? They didn't just ask an open-ended, anything to drink. Instead, they actively present two specific categories. This is a subtle but incredibly powerful upselling technique. By offering an A or B choice, you completely bypass the guest's automatic reflex to just say, "Water, please." And by mentally categorizing the menu like this, juices on one side, soft drinks on the other, you can fire back answers instantly. So when Mr. Ahmed asks about juices, you just rattle off orange juice, apple juice, and lemonade. And for soft drinks, Coke, 7-Up, and Fanta. Organizing your mental menu into distinct columns allows for rapid-fire, confident responses, because honestly, hesitation kills upselling, but preparation guarantees it. And it works like a charm. The guests make their selections, adding a lemonade and a 7-Up to the table order. Because the conversational flow was so well structured by the waiter, the guests just naturally fell into that rhythm. They easily made their choices without any confusion or endless menu flipping. Next up, Section 3, pitching the dessert options and guiding that sweet tooth. Mr. Ahmed literally opens the door for us here, prompting the server with, "What kind of desserts do you have?" Because our server has been so helpful and authoritative throughout the whole ordering process, the table completely trusts them to guide this final course. And this is exactly why you want to have your menu categories memorized. The waiter steps right up and lists 3 options: custards, ice cream, and chocolate cakes. Giving exactly 3 options is a classic psychological sweet spot in hospitality. It's enough variety to offer a real choice, but not so many that it creates decision fatigue for the diner. Boom, the final items are locked in. Pistachio ice cream for him, chocolate cake for her. Just by walking through a completely systematized conversation, the waiter guided these guests through 3 full courses, mains, beverages, and desserts, without a single awkward silence. All right, Section 4, the staff menu knowledge quiz. Time to test your recall. A truly great server needs a rock-solid memory. So let's see how well you internalize that menu we just went through. You can read the captions to play along. First question. Think back to Mr. Ahmed's question about juices. Do you remember the 3 options the waiter offered? Take a second to picture that mental menu column. If you said orange juice, apple juice, and lemonade, you nailed it. You are already thinking like a top-tier server. Okay, question 2. When Miss Heba asked about soft drinks, what were our 3 choices? Again, think back to the right side of that mental menu. Yep, it was Coke, 7-Up, and Fanta. Having perfect recall like that is exactly what keeps the dining room running smoothly during a crazy dinner rush. All right, final test of your menu retention. What were the 3 types of desserts available when Mr. Ahmed asked for something sweet? You should have recalled custards, ice cream, and chocolate cakes. Awesome job if you got all three. Seriously, memorizing these lists isn't just about passing a test. It's about removing friction. When you don't have to look down at a notepad, you can maintain eye contact and build real rapport with your guests. Finally, Section 5, Setting Table Expectations. This is the final touch. With the order completely locked in, the server drops this specific number on the table: 30. Please wait for 30 minutes, your order will be here. Giving the table a clear timeline like this is absolutely vital. You know what causes the most anxiety for diners? The unknown. By giving them a precise 30-minute timeline, the waiter essentially hits a pause button on the guests' internal clocks. They can just relax, chat, and look forward to the food instead of wondering when it's going to show up. So as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with this. How does mastering this kind of structured conversation completely transform a basic meal into a truly memorable hospitality experience? Think about how secure Mr. Ahmed and Miss Hiba must feel right now. They were expertly guided, offered curated choices, and given a clear timeline. The next time you step onto the floor, remember this roadmap. You aren't just taking an order, you are taking control of the experience. Thanks so much for joining me today. And keep practicing that menu recall.